Season 19 for Overwatch 2 came out last Tuesday, and it is probably the most controversial stadium update we have gotten yet. The biggest change was going in competitive from 7 rounds to 5 rounds, with the addition of Sojourn, Hazard, and Torbjorn. There's no support, instead they reworked Ana a little bit. And they also added consumables, which takes up one of your 6 slots. Personally, I feel like the best of 5 rounds is kind of a mistake. I feel like in the best of 7 rounds, it should have just been faster from the rip. Like right from the start, we should have 5,000 stadium cash so we could at least experiment with blues, maybe a little bit more greens. Because I feel like with the amount of starting cash we always have, we're always picking the same 3 or 2 perks. Like there's like no variety. Everyone's rocking the same few perks. If they start us with more cash, then from the start, the game is more different because there's already a lot more different builds going on that people have. I just feel like the best of 5 format does not go well, especially because the best parts of Stadium is when you're neck and neck, right? You're 2-2, 3-3, you're in round 7, right? Every single round has been a hard fought battle. You're going max perks, max purples. Like, that's what Stadium is all about. Stadium is about going to that round 7. Those are like the best games of Stadiums you could have, and now that's not even a possibility anymore. I get it, some games drag, but there's other ways to counteract the very long games, and I think one of them is the armory time. I think the armory time can be cut in half. The draft system can go, right? You have a 15-second hero select start, not up to a minute start with draft. Someone's not paying attention, they don't pick their heroes, and it just drags on forever. Drafts are not necessary right now. Let's visit drafts again in next year when most of the heroes or all the heroes are in Stadium. Then we could have drafts because we're going to need it at that point. Not drafts in their current state, but I'm thinking more so of like a hero pool. Like every week, these 10 heroes are not in Stadium, right? I don't know. That's just a rough idea that I have. That's way down the line. Let's get all the heroes in Stadium first, and then we could explore ideas like that. But this current draft system has got to go. It is completely unnecessary. Nobody counterpicks. Everyone's just going to have the same heroes. And when you do counterpick, there's always one team that has the advantage because they're always going to have their tank pick last and counterpick the enemy tank. With the addition of items, I feel like it is a very unnecessary at Stadium's current point in time because there's a lot of changes going on. We now have health numbers that pop up when you do damage. We have heroes being added. I feel like items were not necessary. And also them taking up a slot makes them feel kind of useless because they still cost money. And I haven't really seen anyone use them. I don't know if people have been using them. I haven't been using them. I feel like they're kind of a waste. I feel like this is something that should have been added later on. I don't think we need stuff like this right now. We need all the heroes in the mode before we worry about little things like this. Especially this season where we don't get a new support hero, which I feel like is kind of dumb. We should get all the tanks and supports should be prioritized, and then we finish up all the DPSs. We should not be getting 2 DPSs a season. And there's no plans or anything that I've seen that we're getting a mid-season hero for Stadium. So we might just be going down to 3 heroes a season, which I feel like is kind of a bummer. And all 3 of these heroes were terrible picks. Sojourn, just give her auto aim again. Make her beam really strong. Like, this is not fun to play against. Now you see Sojourn's going like 23-2 a round. It's like, great. This is just like when she was busted on release. Like, it's a Sojourn diff if you have 2 Sojourns in your team. Unless there's a Hazard. Hazard is completely ridiculous with his block. I think his block can last up to 7 seconds with all the damage going up. Like, you just go a full ability power Hazard and you'll run the lobby. And Torbjorn isn't even strong. It's just the fact that you have a turret and it's shooting at you, and you have like 10 things shooting at you now. You have Hazard's block, you have Sojourn's auto aim, you have Torbjorn's turrets all shooting at you. And it's kind of funny because Torbjorn's turrets is like the weakest out of all those abilities. Like, they did not put that much emphasis on his turrets at all. Like, he's maybe one of the worst DPSs in Stadium right now from what I've played with. And the choices in heroes are just very confusing. I would not put Torbjorn on there. Sojourn would have been dead last with Sombra and Widow. And there just being no support is just dumb. Like, let's finish off the support cast so then we can finish the rest of the heroes, because we have all the supports. Then we get to start experimenting with more busted abilities with more DPSs, because there's more counters to those DPSs. You know how much an immortality field or Alari's pylon would help right now because of just the sheer amount of auto tracking on you? Like, those, that would be a lot more enjoyable experiments in Stadium if we had those options right now, but we don't. And Hazard, man, I'd rather just have Ramatra and then maybe Hog and then Hazard. I don't feel like Hazard, it's just such a strange pick to me. I understand Doomfist and Wrecking Ball. Like, those are heroes that are going to need a lot of help. They're probably going to need Sombra and before they introduce Wrecking Ball. But Hazard, I just feel like just doesn't, it's early for him. Maybe I'm just salty because he came before Ramatra and Alari, so there's that. Overall, though, Stadium will be fine. The devs will figure it out. I'm pretty confident in them. They don't usually let things that aren't working out last that long. We'll probably see a really heavy hazard nerf. We'll probably see some kind of change with Sojourn. And overall, I feel like Stadium will still be fine. I hope we kind of go back to the best of 7 just with faster beginning rounds. I think the best of 5 is not the proper format to go with Stadium. But who knows? We'll see. Court of public opinion and everything else. Just we'll see how these changes are over time, and maybe we'll come to like the best of 5 format better. Maybe we'll grow to like items. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you like this update to Stadium? Are you gonna stop playing Stadium? Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one.